Is this the definitive Deadpool action figure? That's what Hasbro intended for this line, but we're 3 characters in and I don't know if fans are sold just yet. So let's get Maximum Series Deadpool out of the box and see what we're working with. You get an angry head and a partially unmasked head. The detail on the unmasked head is actually really nice. But are we satisfied with just these 2 head sculpts? Nothing silly, nothing off the wall? Let me know in the comments what you think. For hands, you're going to get a mismatch of a peace sign and a pointer, then a slightly different pointer and a thumbs up, 2 fists, grabbing hands, and trigger hands. For this next round of accessories, I'm sorry, but I have to use code words or you wouldn't even be seeing this video. So you get this little guy, 2 of Leo's best friends, which are kind of stumpy, feels like they should be longer, 2 of these little pews, this big guy, a Call of Duty guy, a bulky guy, and there are flash effects for each of them. You also get a chimichanga and AC/DC's hit single from 1976. Last but not least, Dupe. Dupe has a plastic stand so he can hover above the ground, and his arms will move around a little, but that's all he has for articulation. Aside from that, if you're a big Dupe fan, I think you'll be glad to have this in your collection, though I wish he maybe had swappable arms or something for a little more customization. Finally, here is Marvel Legends' latest Maximum Series figure, Deadpool. First impressions, I do actually think he looks really good. I like Marvel Legends, I like their proportions and their design aesthetic, and this figure fits what you've come to expect from them. I really like the various holsters and pouches and the way all the accessories actually fit into his gear. I think that this is a great looking Deadpool figure, I really do, so let's run through the articulation. He can look up and down pretty far, but not as much as Maximum Spidey. His arms go way above 90 degrees. He's got butterfly joints, but they're kind of useless because of the straps, which seem to be glued on in the back, so I'm not sure if they're intended to be removed, but I couldn't get them off. There's an ab crunch and a ball joint, so he's got pretty good range in the torso, but no waist swivel hidden behind the belt. Double jointed elbows and knees doing what they do best. No drop down hips, but he can split out about this wide. Thigh cut, boot cut, smoother ankles than I'm used to with Marvel Legends, and a toe joint. If you're familiar with the Maximum Spidey or really any Marvel Legends, Deadpool is just like that. Not a super smooth articulation style, and there is a little bit of a gumminess to the plastic. So what are my final thoughts on Maximum Series Deadpool? I think you should have one more masked head or swappable eyes like the SHF. And people are really going to clown on these baby swords, I can already tell. But for people like me who haven't been collecting that long and don't have a comic style Marvel Legends Deadpool, I do think this is a pretty definitive take on the character. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, but understand, the Maximum Series branding carries a lot of weight. If this was a regular release for like $30, this would be an 11 out of 10. It's hard to make a perfect figure, but I do applaud Hasbro for trying. And I really hope they continue with the Maximum Series line. I'm having a lot of fun with it personally. But what do you guys think about the Maximum Series Deadpool? Let me know.